Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today, guys, we are doing a toy review. We're actually doing a duo review. We're going to be taking a look at both PowerCon debut figures from the Four Horsemen Studios. So a couple of weeks ago, the Four Horsemen was at PowerCon. So if you made it to the show, you were able to get these figures early. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, but I got to give a shout out to a couple of people who were able to help me out. Shout out to Craig, Eddie, and Cullen for helping me get these figures early. But like my other videos, guys, I'm going to leave chapters below, so feel free to click around. But anyways, guys, let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at these figures. Okay, guys, switching gears, we are now looking at the packaging. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to review the Operative first, and then we'll take a look at Sskur'ge right after. Okay, folks, now we're taking a look at the Cosmic Legion's Operative. I'm very excited about this one. This one looks really cool at a glance. It may look familiar to some of you if you collect Masters of the Universe, or if you're familiar with that line. This is actually based off Mani-Faces. Four Horsemen Studios likes to occasionally do some tribute figures, so this is actually one of them. Moving right along, let's take a look at the packaging. If you collect Cosmic Legions, if you have a couple of Cosmics, box is pretty much the same. So we see the figure itself, we do see the Cosmic Legions logo, we do see the name Operative over here, and a picture of the character right over here, and the figure itself. On the right side of the box, you see the bio, and I believe he is part of the Bleeders Guild, but feel free to pause this to read it. On the back, we see a picture of the full first wave with the two PowerCon debut figures. On the left side, we do see the main story, so feel free to pause that, along with some accessories on the left side. But let's not waste any time, guys. Let's open this thing up. Opening the packaging, we actually have the background piece, which is like a shot of the galaxy, which I think is pretty cool. Alright guys, at a quick glance, we got all the accessories over here. Like all other Cosmics, we do get some clear pegs. We actually do get another set of hands with up and down hinges, so that's pretty cool. Some of the cool accessories included are these two headpieces, which I really do love the contrast and differences. It also comes with this space helmet, which I really love. Something that's cool is that you can actually take off the plastic piece. Taking a look and having the Operative 83 in hand, I gotta say, I really do love the details and usage from the Tusk body. I love the wacky colors. This was definitely something that I really did want. And again, this is a Motu tribute to Mani-Faces, so that's pretty awesome. And taking a close look at the helmet, we are now looking at a reuse from the Xylernian Guard, which has an up and down visor. I really do like that. So we do have the blue detail with the pink outline, and we do have some gold chain and straps. Lifting up the visor, we do see the face with some red paint, or is that part of his skin tone? A new piece to the Cosmic Legion is like this backpack. It's like a jetpack or something, and you can remove it, but I won't take it off at this moment, but it is attached to the peg in the back. Looking at the front, I believe this is a new piece. I don't think we've gotten this piece yet, but you can take that out and swap it. I love the blue and orange detail. So we got a lot going on over here. The gauntlet does have a peg, so you can mount some weapons on it. Moving right along to the belts, we are spoiled with details. You may notice that there are two holes in the back, which you can plug in the clear pegs to mount your weapons. Moving right onto the legs, I'm really loving the detail here. But let's take a look at the articulation. Okay guys, if you're familiar with the Mythic Legion line, articulation is primarily the same, but there's a couple of things here that are changing this up a little bit. So first off, this backpack does hinder the head just quite a bit, so can't really look up and down too much because it's blocking, but you can tilt up, you can tilt down, so he does have that. And you do have left and right. Arm articulation again is hindered by this, so you can't do a full T-pose, but you can do, this is just about it. You got elbow bend, gauntlet twist, wrist swivel. Moving on to the hips, we got it on a ball joint, so he can do a little bit of a dance. Legs, he can do a split, so we got that on a joint. Thigh twist, and we do have knee bend and the ankle on a rocker. So here's Operative 83 with a different helmet, just so you can see the difference. Here we go again, but with the Tusk helmet, which looks pretty cool. Something to know is you can actually take this plastic piece off. And the last accessory, I just want to toss this on real quick, but sorry about the lights, but you can see that he can wear this fully. Overall, really solid figure. I'm really loving the detail. I love this tusk body, but let's go ahead and move on to Sskurge. And what we'll do is we'll do figure comparisons at the very end with both. Okay, folks, our next Cosmic Legion review is going to be the Cosmic Legion's Sskurge. And this one is another PowerCon debut figure, another Motu tribute. This one is actually going to be a tribute to Whiplash. I'm very excited about this figure. This one is actually an Ogre-Scale figure, so it is hulking. It is huge. We will do some size comparisons at the end so you guys can see how massive this figure is compared to your standard 6-inch figure. This one does share the same body as Kragnar. And just for kicks, here are some package comparisons between Sskurge and Kragnar. I will eventually do a review on this figure. All right, guys, moving right along, we are now looking at the packaging. If you have a Cosmic Legion, the packaging is pretty much the same, although the size is different because it is an ogre size scale figure. So we do see the Cosmic Legion's logo on the front. We do see the name Sskurge over here. On the right, we do see a picture of Sskurge with the dragon head, which is a head I'm probably only going to be using. And we see the figure itself. And on the right side, we do see the bio, so feel free to pause right over here. And on the back of the packaging, we see the two PowerCon debut figures with Wave 1, but that will change in the official release. And over on this side, we do see Outpost Zaxxius, so that is the new story. So go ahead and pause right there. All right, guys, let's not waste any time. Let's open this thing up. All right, and similar to Opor-a-tiv83, we do have the galaxy background picture, so this is kind of cool. Okay, so we got the figure out. I put the dragon head on, but let's take a look at the accessories. First things first is the headpiece that's actually attached to the figure when you pull them out of the box, but this is a head sculpt I don't plan on using at all. I will be using the dragon head over here, but there you go. Next up, he has a couple of pairs of hands, so he has grip hands and he has fists. Lastly, we got a couple of weapons, which we have a sword and a trident, and you can actually put these two together right over here. And last up is the pole axe, which, you know, you can actually extend it or shorten it depending on how you want to display this figure. Nice little detail here. We got some blue and bronze here. Taking a look at the sculpting, guys, I gotta just say this is an amazing looking figure. Four Horsemen does such a good job with the details and the sculpting. Like, this dragon head looks so good. So we are getting a taste of Articulation with this head, because obviously this is going to be used later in the Mythic Legions line, but how cool is that, guys? The paint applications on this figure is just quite amazing. There's a lot of green and yellow fading, which I really love. I love the different types of green that we're seeing here. I think some of these pieces are new. I don't believe we have that piece yet. This is actually like a cloth or like a leather piece, which is interesting. There's like a little bit of felt back here in the feet. Over here, take a look. Before we get into the articulation, it looks like you can actually take these two pieces off, so there should be holes here. And I think I've seen someone actually put two more hands here. So very similar to Kragnar, you can actually have 4 arms like Goro, which is quite interesting. I'm thinking maybe, you know, you could probably put wings or something. And taking a look at this piece over here, it's actually loose and it is like a soft material. This is also some reuse from Kragnar. And another piece under here is some soft goods, but that's pretty cool. All right, guys, we're gonna start off with the articulation now. So starting off with the head, something that's pretty cool is that it has a movable mouth, which, look at all the insane details inside. That is so cool. Look at that. So you can't really move him too much with this neck piece, so there's actually not a ton of articulation here. It is on a ball joint. It is kind of blocked, so you can't really look down, but you can do slight turns. It's not too bad. Over on the arms, you can pretty much do this with the T pose. With the elbow, there is an elbow bend, gauntlet twist, wrist twist, and swivel. Something that's new, and I haven't really noticed this with any of the other Mythic Legions, so this is definitely new for the Cosmic, is there is an extra joint in here. So there's some extra articulation here. Under the legs, there's ball joints over here. There is thigh swivel. There is also knee articulation. You can't really bend it too much here. And there is an ankle rocker, which pretty great for dynamic poses. And looking at the tail, there is a twist over here. This is attached inside in the ball joints. With the Mythic Legions, you're used to seeing a little hole in here to attach the tail, but not this time around. But overall, guys, sculpt and articulation, especially for an Ogre-Scale figure, I gotta say is quite amazing. But let's go ahead and do some size comparisons to other figures so you guys can get a real good glimpse on the scale of this figure. All right, folks, and moving on to the figure comparisons, we are now looking at some of the figures from the Mythic Legions line. We got the Ogre-Scale figures, we got Kurzog to the right, and we got Archimedes to the left. Moving right along are a couple of other Cosmic Legions in the line. We got the Tusk Sentry on the right, and we got Oleg Thygar on the left. On the right, you can see a lot of the similar pieces used, which is pretty cool in comparison. A couple more Cosmic Legions in the line. We got the Sphexian Guard to the left, and we got Vorga to the right. Moving right along, a couple of Mythic Legions. Well, actually a figure of Obscura Monkey King to the left, and the Xylernian Guard to the right. Here's a couple of comparisons with some of the custom Mythic Legion figures that I made. We got the Monkey King to the right, and we got the Orc Warlock to the left. And moving on to a couple of Marvel Legends, we got the Amazing Spider-Man, we have Venom, and we have Hawkeye. And for a couple of SH figure arts, we got Dragon Ball Z figures. We are looking at Majin Buu to the left, and we got Gohan to the right. And just for fun, some of my favorite childhood toys. We are looking at the Ultraman from Defenders of the Universe in the 90s. We got Ultraman to the right, and we got our Kaiju Majaba to the left. Alright guys, and wrapping up this video, I gotta say I am fairly impressed with these two figures. They will be available and released in their standard versions next year, 2024, so they are available on pre-order right now. But I have to say the Four Horsemen has done a great job again. They are really going wild with the whole Cosmic Legion line, and their sculpting, their articulation, their color, their painting. I mean, just everything is outstanding. And what a duo to really come out of PowerCon. I love these two figures, and yeah, I don't know guys, I think some of these figures may be some of the best figures we have gotten this year. But anyways guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of these two figures. But that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll catch you next time. Peace.